Hi, Jason Cannell, GQue Barbecue. If you like Sloppy Joes as a kid, then you're going to absolutely love what we have to show you today. We're going to take this American classic and amp it up and put some smoke into it. If that's something you want to see, it's coming up right now. We're going to be putting out videos on a consistent basis, including our next video where we do a brisket breakfast taco. If that's something you don't want to miss, smash down on that subscription button and hit that bell notification so you'll get notified when we come out with that video and all of our other videos. The inspiration for today's smoked sloppy Joe video comes from when we did the cheeseburger macaroni pie video. If that's something you want to see, go ahead and click that iCard button up above. During that video, I recognized how delicious smoked ground beef was. And I was wondering what else can we make where we can have that prominent smoked ground beef flavor. I thought sloppy Joes would be great. So we're going to go ahead today and do a recipe for a smoked sloppy Joe. For the sloppy Joes, I'm going to take 2 pounds of 80/20 ground beef. I'm going to season it with kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper. So for our veggies, I'm going to take 1 small yellow onion. I prefer the yellow onions to the white onions. I'm going to coarsely chop that up. I'm also going to take about a half of this red bell pepper and chop that up as well too. And about half of this green bell pepper and chop that up too. Once that's all finely chopped, I'm going to take 2 cloves of garlic, chop that up as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add the veggies to the meat. Once incorporated, I'm going to go ahead and push down on the sides. I want to try to expose as much surface area of the meat so that we can get as much smoke flavor as possible into this sloppy Joe meat mixture. For the sloppy Joe sauce, I'm going to take some Heinz ketchup. I'm going to use about 1.5 cups of this ketchup along with 2 teaspoons of Plochman's yellow mild mustard. I'm then going to take 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar, add that to the cup, and then stir that up so that's all nice and blended too. And now we're ready for the pit. So it's a balmy 38 degrees here today in Denver, Colorado, and it's raining. However, that's not going to slow us down for our pursuit of sloppy Joe excellence. So to get the fire started, I'm going to fill up a basket halfway full of hardwood lump charcoal. I'm going to use this fire starter to get the fire going. Once lit, I'm going to return it to the drum and allow it to come up to about 300 degrees. I'm then going to put a strip of hickory wood on top, and once we get to 300 degrees, I'm going to close down these dampers so that it will hold during the cooking process. So the drum has come up to 300 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and add the sloppy Joe meat mixture to the drum. And I'm going to allow it to cook till it reaches a temperature of around 140 degrees. At around 140 degrees, it'll stop taking on all that wonderful smoke flavor. So the meat's been cooking for about 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take its temperature. So our sloppy Joe meat mixture has come up to 140 degrees. You can see all this excess grease that's come out during the cooking process. We don't want that into our meat mixture, so I'm going to go ahead and drain that off. I'm then going to pour in our sloppy Joe sauce mixture that we made earlier. I'm going to incorporate everything so it's nice and loose. I'm noticing that it's a little drier than I like, so I'm going to go ahead and add probably about 6 ounces of water to this. This is going to keep it nice and wet and moist as well. So we're going to add that back to the pit, let that cook for about 15 minutes, let all those flavors come together, get some nice color on there, and we'll be ready to build our sloppy Joes. So the sloppy Joe with the sauce has been cooking for about 10-15 minutes. It's already starting to come together really nicely. I'm going to give it a quick stir just to kind of homogenize all these wonderful flavors that we got going on in here. And then I'm going to put the lid back on, let it go for 10 more minutes, and we should have perfect smoked sloppy Joes. So now we're ready to build our sandwiches. I got some brioche buns that I've got toasted up here. Man, this smells so good. I cannot wait to try this. Got a guest taster today, my main hombre Luis. You ready to try some sloppy Jose's?
Oh yeah, desastroso Jose. Let's go for it.
All right, man, let's get after it.
Yeah, it's sloppy.
Guys, that was absolutely fantastic. This is not something you can create just cooking it in a skillet or in an oven. next time you make Sloppy Joes, put it out there on a smoker, get some smoke flavor in the ground beef. It totally comes across in this bite. That sauce is fantastic. It complements the beef. It's not too overpowering. If you want to kick it up and add some heat, sprinkle a little cayenne in there. But I thought this was absolutely fantastic. It would be great on game day and just great any night of the week. Luis, what'd you think?
I'm gonna eat every weekend now during the summer. It's really good.
So you liked it?
I like it. The flavor with the peppers and all that, it's excellent. And the smoky flavor.
Yeah, I agree. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's the best.
Guys, if that's something you like, if that's something you want to try, give us a thumbs up. Until next time, Jason Goodall, GQue Barbecue.
Bye.